Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're seeing this. My name is Chris Elliott with RE/MAX Action Real Estate. This is another one of our videos in the series for the COVID-19 pandemic that we are all living through. Today, I've got a good friend, Mr. Michael Mitchell of the Business Research Group, coming on the line today. Michael has spent a lot of space in the business world, or a lot of time in the business world, I should say. He is Virginia's #1 trusted authority on building value within your business, or building business value. And I'm going to let him explain that a little bit more. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Chris. I know we don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to jump right into things here.
Please do.
And I want to talk about 3 topics that every business owner must pay attention to now for survival, and longer term to grow their business and make it the success that they want. Those 3 things are getting the right mindset, building a culture that values data, and creating a culture of accountability.
Michael, I'm going to interrupt you 1 second.
Yeah.
Tell these people, I know what you do. I know you know what you do. Set the stage. What does your business do, and what have you been doing I understand you've been in this business for a long time. So tell the audience what you do on a daily basis when you're not dealing with a coronavirus.
Okay. Well, Chris, we do 3 things. We work with small businesses, typically $1 million to $25 million in revenue. We help them understand what their business is worth today, which quite often is a rather disappointing bit of information. But we don't leave it there. We don't leave them hanging with that information. We coach them what they need to do to create a business with enduring value, one that is oftentimes double what the value is today. So we coach them what they need to do to make their business more valuable. And then when they have increased the value, or they're just ready to exit their business, then we market and sell it. So we are the only firm in Central Virginia that stays with a business owner from the time we tell them what the business is worth. We've coached them to double the value of their business, and then we do the M&A activities to sell that business for them.
Absolutely. All right. So, this interview obviously is for our small business peers out there. Michael, you kind of alluded to it. We talked about 3 things folks can be doing during this pandemic to not only weather the storm, which is kind of step 1, survive, but also to thrive and to position themselves for growth coming out of this thing. And I think you and I both agree that while the ride down might get a little ugly, the bounce back up towards the latter half of this year is going to be pretty robust. So talk to me. You talked about getting the right mindset. What is that? Break that down for me.
Okay. I've talked with a number of business owners the past couple of weeks, and they have been punched in the mouth by this pandemic. Mm-hmm. Their revenues dropped overnight to a fraction of what it was before. When something like that happens to you, it's very easy to take on a gloom and doom mindset. But if you do, your business will fail. Keeping a positive mindset during this time is crucial. The way to do that is to focus on the most important priorities that you have for the next 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. And this is a time to be ambitious. Resolve to build a business with enduring value, one that will not only survive, but thrive. Napoleon Hill said it well almost 100 years ago. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So when you develop a growth mindset, you open yourself up to new ways of thinking and innovation. This is a time to be innovative, not to be cautious, not to curl up in a ball, but be innovative, run experiments. My first careers were in science and engineering, where I learned the value of running experiments. If you design the experiment, collect the data, and evaluate the results, you will learn a great deal. And regardless of the outcome, the experiment will be a success because you will be smarter. You may not get the result you want the first time, but continue to refine your concept as you learn from each additional experiment. Edison ran well over 1,000 experiments before he finally found a carbon filament bulb to last 40 hours. Yep. So if you are not running experiments every year, your growth has probably plateaued and you are no longer building enduring value. One of my clients owns a destination restaurant with a unique atmosphere that draws guests to the experience as much as they come for the food. And so as a result, he had no takeout service before the crisis. But what he did was he sat down with his 2 top managers, and together they created a takeout program and marketed that to their very best customers. Their offering is beginning to take hold, and as a result, he's been able to keep his best employees on the payroll. So, number one, ask your employees for their ideas on how to generate revenue during this time.
Yeah.
And that takes us, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it. Keep going.
Okay. Well, that takes us into the second thing that I want to talk about, and that's creating a culture that values data. Many business owners manage their business based on gut instinct, supplemented by monthly accounting reports that really don't help them much. They wait until their bookkeeper tells them there's no money in the bank to pay the bills. Then they scramble. They wait until the monthly P&L tells them that, hey, sales last month were off by 10%. Then they scramble.
Yeah.
The problem is that standard accounting reports tell you how you did last month, last quarter, last year, but they give you no insight into predicting what's going to happen and which levers you need to pull if you want to get a different result. It's like driving your car, looking in the rearview mirror to tell you if you're headed in the right direction. That's a terrible way to drive the car.
Yeah.
I've been accused of driving our car like that, so I know.
not recommended.
No. So the alternative is to collect the data that's really important to your business and use that data to make informed business decisions. Now, it doesn't mean you plug everything into a computer and let the computer run the business. All decisions involve some gut feel, but the key is to inform your gut with the best information you can get. So when you build a culture that values data, you will be tracking key performance indicators for your business, and you'll understand why those indicators are trending up or trending down. You can see the trend lines, and they will help you predict the future and allow you to make the changes that help you create the future that you want. Last year, I worked with the owners of a 20-year-old business doing about $5 million in revenue. When I valued their business, the owners were shocked and dismayed to realize how little their business was worth. But they used that event to inspire them to start creating enduring value. So I helped them understand the key metrics that they needed to run their business and how to let data guide and inform their decisions. Once they did that, they realized that several product lines they had were dragging down profits due to terrible margins. So they made the changes that resulted in significantly increased margins, and as a result, they doubled the value of their business in a little over a year. So building a culture that values data will lead to better financial results and will create enduring value. Enduring value is the value, the business value that exists after the current owner exits the business.
Yeah.
When it comes time to sell, buyers pay for enduring value. If you're not creating that, you're not creating a valuable business.
And let me ask you, Michael, I mean, I'm familiar with KPIs, and thankfully I've been a part of coaching organizations that make that relevant to my business. But, if somebody's out there and this is the first time maybe they're hearing this conversation, give me some examples of KPIs that maybe are applicable to most every business, or give me some examples of things that anybody out there can kind of grasp on if maybe this is kind of their wake-up call of, hey, I really don't know the numbers within my business.
Yeah, and the truth is, for every business, the KPIs will be a little different because they're really tailored for your specific business. But I can tell you one that every business owner is concerned with right now, and that one is cash flow, because they have a cash flow crisis going on right now.
Yeah.
Many owners experience cash flow crises throughout the year, all the time. It's part of their business.
Yeah.
And when you have cash flow problems, you don't know how you're going to pay the bills this week, next week, or when this is going to end, and when the start button is going to be pushed again. So if you want to understand and manage your cash flow, you need to do three things. You need to collect the data, keep accurate and complete records of all the cash coming into and going out of your business. That's first. Second, you need to create a cash flow budget. This doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a simple Excel spreadsheet, which can be integrated with QuickBooks. But that cash flow spreadsheet will show you exactly, it'll be a visual as well as numerical description of when cash is coming into your business and when that cash is exiting your business. That is not the same as profit and expense.
Yeah.
So you must understand the third thing as well, and that is, what are the levers, what are the factors that have the greatest impact on cash flow, and how you can use those levers proactively to avoid a cash flow crisis. Running out of cash is a huge problem. The number one reason small businesses go bankrupt is a lack of cash, not a lack of profits.
Yep.
Profitable businesses go out of business all the time because the owner did not understand that you pay bills with cash, not profits.
Yeah.
Now, all the business owners in your audience should know by now about the Paycheck Protection Program and the EIDL loans.
Yep.
If they haven't, you need to stop watching this and go apply right now.
Yeah.
Because they are going to run out of cash.
Yeah, and we actually did a separate interview. If you're watching this and you haven't watched it, go find it and watch it with Chris Smith of RBI Services, where he walked through the PPP loans and kind of what folks need to know about that. So, all right, and Michael, lastly, you had mentioned building a culture that values accountability. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. Owners should use this time to start building a culture of accountability, beginning with identifying the right structure for your business. Get the structure right first, then fill it with the right people in the right street, in the right seats. The structure you need once the start button gets pressed is probably going to be different from the structure that you had 6 weeks ago. You may need fewer employees. You may need different employees. That structure is likely to be different. To help you build the ideal structure, we use a powerful tool we call the accountability chart, not the organization chart, the accountability chart.
Yep.
And when we build an accountability chart, we usually start with a clean slate by figuratively firing everybody so that we focus on the structure first. Now, for many owners, this is not a figurative exercise. They did fire everyone or laid off everyone, if not most everyone. So for most people, this is a literal exercise. But an accountability chart crystallizes everyone's roles and responsibilities. It establishes clear ownership of and accountability for everything that's important to your business. And it plainly illustrates who reports to whom. Now, once you've established the right structure for your business, you can fill it with the right people. And who are the right people? Those are people who share your core values. They fit your culture. They fit the culture that you want to create in your business. When people don't fit your culture, they tend to stand out like a sore thumb. They're not bad people, but they're just not the right people for your business. Yep. So that starts with identifying what are the core values for your business. And then every time you hire someone, promote someone, or fire someone, you should be looking at, do they fit your culture? Do they share your core values? If they don't, they're going to be a problem down the line. So get rid of them now. Don't wait for the problem to happen.
Yep.
So that means if they fit your culture, they're the right people. But now you have to decide, do you have the right seat for that person? And we use a simple tool called People Fit that will help you clearly identify everyone who has the capability, capacity, and desire to excel in a job that's truly important to your organization. Capability means they have the experience and skill to do the job. Capacity means they have the time to do the job. And desire means they really want to do that job. If they don't have all three of those things, it's a problem, and you need to deal with that. So this is the opportunity for a lot of business owners to upgrade the people that they need, because again, they're probably going to have a different structure than what they had 6 weeks ago. And they need to create that structure and then fill it with the right people in the right seats. And if they're not the right person, if they don't have the capability, the owner needs to find somebody else. Don't compromise. This is your opportunity to make sure that you have the right team that will help you achieve your goals. It's important now, and it's important long term.
Absolutely. And I got to say, I heard it on a podcast the other day. It's a shame a lot of folks are losing jobs right now, but there's going to be a lot more talent available in the marketplace that maybe wasn't available, folks that were working for other businesses before. So if you're somebody that's looking to grow or looking to restructure, it's kind of a good time to go fishing for new people.
That's exactly right. 6 weeks ago, everyone was saying, I can't find anybody to do this job.
Yep.
Now they're going to have to, put some barriers up outside their business to keep all the people away who want to work there.
Yeah.
So it's your opportunity to be really picky about whether they fit your culture and whether they're the right person for the right seat.
Yeah. Well, Michael, I appreciate your time today. Obviously, we've been on 15 minutes and this is a whole, This is a 3-day seminar that we could go through, going through all this information. If somebody wants to learn more about this, maybe it's their first time, or maybe they just want to get connected with you, what's the next best step for them?
Okay. They should go to our website, brgbrokers.com. We explain everything that we do in our business. There are a lot of free resources there that they can download, and they can actually order a copy of my new book called The Growth Zone. And for your audience that's listening, they can order that book. We will ship it to them at absolutely no charge to them. We pay for the book, we pay for the shipping, the handling, the whole deal. We'll ship it right to them because we want to help them grow. That's what we're all about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So somebody could literally go to the website right now, request a free book, and it's showing up at zero cost to them.
That's right. We want you to be successful. We want all owners to be successful. That's why I wrote the book, and I want to put it in their hands at no cost to them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Michael, I once again appreciate your time. Appreciate you doing that. I know we were talking before that you've been very busy the last couple of weeks, just with all the business owners and all your clientele that you deal with. So we do appreciate you taking the time out for this interview, and wish you well. Hope you're safe. I see you're at the home office there. So
yes,
stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the next video.
Well, that sounds great, Chris. Thanks for the opportunity. It went by in a blink, and I'll look forward to the next time as well.
All right, we'll see you now.
Okay, take care.